Hey everybody, how are you? Let me know if you can hear me. I hope you can. Sometimes if it's not one thing, it's another thing. Hi Millie, drive careful. Thanks for popping in. Ankita, you got first meow. I'm happy you're here. I was missing you. I'm glad that you're safe. I was worried about you. XYZ, welcome in. I saw your request. Yes, that's not a problem. Surin, hi, how are you? Welcome back. It's good to see you. Awesome. First meow. That's right. That's right. She's got the first meow. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Ah, I'm doing well. Thank you, Surin. I'm doing well. It was a long week, but we made it and we're good. So yeah, I can't complain. Hi, Clint. Welcome in. Hello. Ashish, hi, how are you? Oh, XYZ is your friend? Okay. Any friend of yours is welcome here. Thanks for being here. Oh, Angela May is here too. Oh my God. Hey, Angela May. How are you? I would like to be added to the list. Okay. So I'm going to start starring people. So let me get Ankita and then XYZ right here. I got XYZ. I have Ankita. And let's see. Ashish would like to ask a question, so I will add you as well. Oh, snap! Today's your Independence Day? Oh, that's so cool. How do you celebrate? Let me know. That's cool. That's exciting. So is it like everyone has an off day or everyone is off and celebrating? I hope. Um, you fell over? Why? How could this be? Oh, are you safe? I hope you are. Happy holidays. You're so funny. Quit egging. Me? Okay, I got you, Angela. That's so funny. Oh my God. Angela says, is there anything I should know? Okay, I'll have you. I just added you to the list, okay? We will celebrate today in schools, homes, everywhere, every street. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. That's awesome. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day full of festivities and that you are happy and healthy and safe. A flag hosting. Okay, that's cool. Oh, I love that. Awesome. All right. Well, I mean, no need to delay. We can jump in and start with the readings. So we have XYZ was the first one. XYZ, if you're still here, drop your question into the chat, and I'm happy to read for you. All right. And oh, you fell in the wood, bruised knee, going to friends. Okay. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. It could have been worse. Oh, okay. And let me see. Your trick is not working. I can't get out of mobile view. Oh, oh, dang. Okay, so XYZ is here. All right, so just let me know what your question is, and then I can, um, I can read for you. Yes. Geetanjali. Ask your question. Yes, feel free to ask your question. Thank you, Angela May. Thank you. Yes, this is so true. Thank you, Millie. Working for me. Yes. Let's see. Arm aced up but eased up. Rested. You're glowing. What? Oh my God. I'm glowing. All right, so we're waiting for XYZ to drop the question. There it is right there. Okay. Okay, so Mayor, who's more than a friend, true feelings for me. Okay, love question. We're gonna use the love deck because that's what it's for. We use the love deck and the love oracle. Yes, so we have open panel going on. Anybody is welcome to join. You could get a reading face to face. You could tell me what's going on in your world, on your channel. You could just hang out with me. You could say hi, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You don't have to go on camera if you don't want to. You can just do voice. And yeah, I'm getting my deck shuffled. And we're gonna read for XYZ. XYZ, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming in. I'm glad that Ankita invited you. All right. Okay, so true feelings. I'm guessing if you're asking that question, that means that you have feelings for them. So I'm gonna pull a card for you, a card for them, and a card for advice. So that's what, that's how we'll do it. Be easier that way. I want the reading to focus more on you. So let's see. Oh my God, okay. I have your card. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, sometimes I'm like, wow. All right, a card for them. Huh. And a card for advice. You like him. Okay. You're going to make me famous in India? You're so funny. You're so funny. Okay. So I have my cards. I'm going to give my oracle deck a shuffle because I want to use both today. I have a lot of space here. It's kind of nice. All right. Okay, let's see. Angela May, I have you on the list. So we have a list going. It is open panel. So if you'd like to join, you can. And if you want a question, let me know so that I can star you. And right now I'm reading for XYZ. And then after that, we have Ankita, and then Ashish, Angela May. So that's who we have on the list so far. Okay, let's get going. So this is, okay, we are long distance and we never met each other. So how do you know him? Does he know who you are? Like you just never met, but you know each other? Or do you talk like through text or like, something like that? Like a texting app, online friendship. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And that's very common these days. That's very common these days. XYZ, I don't know if you have been in a relationship before. Okay. I don't know if you've been in a relationship before, but I'm gonna show you the card that has come up. Hi, Coco. How are you? You're watching while you're working. Okay. If you want to come up and say hi, you're welcome to. The link is pinned in the comments. Okay, so here we have, and this is why I smiled, because we got the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like that's you. Like you want so badly to be in relationship and you feel like the outsider looking in. Um, so that's the message that came out with this card right here, hoping. You know, you have hopes. You hope. Maybe even expectations, or maybe you are hoping to manifest this relationship into your life. But I kind of like, with this Five of Pentacles, I kind of feel like if there was anything from the past, right, a past um, relationship or a past situation that happened to you that makes you doubt or have a hard time trusting moving forward, like something like that you might want to let go of. Because I got that, like I picked up on that when I saw the card, but then we also got this card here, apology, right? And so to me, it's like, you know, if there's anything from the past, you want to be able to let that go so you could step forward without any, you know, without having any fear. You know, the best that you could do is put your intention out there. And if it works, you know how it is. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then it was not meant to be. You like the Ethany deck? I know, me too. And it's perfect for these readings. So I'm glad that I got it. All right, so that is the card that I got for you. Now we're gonna look at the card that we got for him. Is he a student? I kind of get that they're focused on some other things. They're focused on some other things. Okay, yeah, I want a good relationship. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I have the Eight of Pentacles, but then you can see here that we have two people who are obviously in a relationship. And the reason that they're here is because this is kind of leading to the fact that when you're in a relationship with someone, it's a lot of work. It's like a full-time job, right? You cannot let your guard down. Like you always have to be putting in time, putting in effort, putting in love and attention to your partner, right? So that's why it's here, because this is the card of putting in the time, of getting experience with how to do things over time. And so in your situation with him, it sounds like, you know, one of two things. Either he's new at this whole like relationship thing, just like you, or he's focused on other things like career or school. It could be that. Both of you are graduates. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Welcome in. You're starting your commute. Okay, we'll keep you company. Drive safe. So the other card that came up for him is right here, karma. Karma. Consequences, cause and effect, debts. Like something is owed. Like he's working on something. There's something there. I don't know if he's fully available just yet. I don't know if he's fully available, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't want to be. He's passionate for his career, and that's why he ignores me so much. Yeah, because a lot of times at that you know, point when you're a newly graduate, it's very important to establish yourself out there, right? And finding jobs nowadays is very difficult. It's very difficult to find good jobs, right? And so a lot of times young men are not thinking about like serious relationships at this point because they are focused on their education and their career and getting established. He has a lot of options too. I mean, that's true, but you know, I think you're a great option. You know, what's to say that you might not be the best option? You know, if he has good options, you have good options too. He's not the only one. You have great options too. So don't forget that, you know, you are a gift, right? You have something beautiful that you bring to this equation, to this friendship, to this relationship. So don't forget that. It's not just him. He's amazing. I hope he picks me. No, you're amazing too. And he should feel lucky that you're giving him time, right? So the advice that has come up here, I'm going to pull a second card. I like the card that came out for advice, but I want to pull a card from my Oracle decks. Interesting. All right. So the card that came up is, first of all, it's a cups card. It's the page of cups. So cups is connected to water, and that is connected to emotions, right? So this could be page energy is very new. It could be early stages. It could also be something new, something fresh coming in. And you have this reminder here to kind of stay curious, right? Don't get lost in, hey, Laura, welcome in. You know, don't get lost in the, I don't know, sometimes when we cross over from finishing school and stepping into the world of careers and work and like the serious things, we start adulting, right? We call that adulting, and then we lose track. So this is kind of reminding you to stay connected to not just like your curiosity, but your imagination. Explore, be curious, be creative, be spontaneous, and just see what happens. And then it's interesting because the second card that came out with that, it says resistance. But look what it says, secret admirer. Secret admirer. So is it possible that there's someone out there that is interested but maybe holding back because they're not sure if you're available or not? I don't know. That could be possible. You got secret admirer. So somebody out there is possibly holding back their feelings or maybe feeling a bit shy. And maybe that could be you. Maybe that could be you. And and it's interesting because look at this card. The only thing that she notices here is the fish. And that could be you. And the fish could be him. But there's all these other things around her. That glorious sunset in the background. Of course, these are all like little metaphors, right? This doesn't mean you should choose, the sunset over the fish. But I'm just saying, like, keep your options open. Don't lock in so early, right? Because if he is taking 2 weeks to text you, that's a long time. Okay. And I mean, he is texting you, so that's a response. But something that I firmly believe is no response is also a response. If someone takes that long that they can't reply, that they can't just take, no one is that busy, right? That they can't take 30 seconds out of their day to say, hey, baby, thinking of you. No one is that busy. No one. Doctors, lawyers, like high profile politics, everybody has time to check in with their partner. So keep your options open is what I'm seeing with this reading. Like, I know that you're interested in him, but I think he's distracted with something else. And what I'm seeing here is you could potentially be missing out on another opportunity because you're so focused on him. So instead of just looking at him, maybe expand, like remove the blinders so you can see the bigger picture. That's the message that I'm getting for you from this reading. Let me know if that makes sense. Scotty, hi, how are you? Oh my God, Carolina, you're here. Yay, how are you? Ah, look, Ankita. Ankita's taking notes too. All right, so XYZ, let me know what you, okay, here it is right here, because he wants to focus on his career. That's what he's saying to you. And that could be true, but I don't know. It could also be an excuse. I asked him why take too much time, and he said, I want to be good with you, not just 2 or 3 minutes. That's why he came after 2 weeks, and we talked for like 3 or 4 hours. I mean, that's fine and well, but in order to build a relationship, you need something that's a little bit more consistent. You don't need to talk for 4 hours. Let me ask you this. If you had the choice, once every 2 weeks for 4 hours or a few minutes each day, which would you choose? You would probably want to have more of a connection with them. So just be mindful is all I'm saying. Just be mindful. Yes, if someone can't take 5 seconds to say hi, then they're not worth your time. I feel like that. I feel like if you value me, if you value me, my friendship, if you value the relationship that you have, then you would prioritize and make space for me, right? You would prioritize and make space. But when they don't do that, that is also a very big message to you. That's a very big message to you. I'm busy, I'm doing other things, and I'll talk to you when I have time. No, it doesn't have to be that way. Oh my gosh, hi, how are you? Welcome in. So that is what I have. Hi, Lucia, how are you? Welcome in. Thanks everybody for coming in. XYZ, thank you, thank you. What should I do now? I think you take a step back, let him figure out what he wants to do, and you keep living your life. Keep exploring your options. Keep it open. Keep it open. You never know, because you got the secret admirer card right here. There could be somebody else that's waiting for an opportunity, waiting for you to look their way, waiting for you to smile, waiting for you to make eye contact. It could be anything. You know, it's not easy today, right? Dating. Like, it's not easy to get up the nerve to walk up to a person and say, hey, I'm interested. So, you know, I think as women, like, something that you could do is, you know, smile, make eye contact, let people know that, you know, that you're open, that you are open. We broke up 2 days ago because of this. And he said, I'm so much in stress, I can't talk to you every day. Yeah, though there's mixed feelings. I can't live without you, and I'm busy and I can't talk to you for 2 weeks. Those don't line up. There's a disconnect there. So I'm going to ask you to think about that. I think you know the answer to your own question, right? You know the answer to your own question because you feel it in your gut. You feel in your gut that something is off. You know, you feel in your gut that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't line up. You feel it already. You know. I think he's messing with you. I think he's messing with you. I believe you're right, Scotty. I believe you are right. So I'm going to pack up this reading, my friends. And I would say, you know what? Match the energy. If he takes 2 weeks, then you back off a little bit and give him space, right? And see what happens. That will be my advice. La cucaracha. I know the answer, but it's okay. Okay. All right, my friend. It's not easy when you have feelings for someone to hear somebody else come in and tell you the opposite of what you want to hear. I understand that and I respect that, right? So take a little bit of time, space, think about it, meditate on it, but keep your options open. That's what I'm gonna say. Create and Relate is here. Aww, my beautiful friend. One of the most creative peeps I know. Who's next? I don't know. I don't know who it could be. I think it's Ankita. Ankita's next. I did the same. Take 2 weeks, and then he said, "Don't you miss me? He's confused, making me confused too." Yeah, but you are a smart young lady, so don't lose yourself in all of this, because it's very possible that he's confused and he's trying to figure out in his mind and in his heart what you mean to him and where you fit in the equation. So you got to give him space to figure that out. You cannot figure it out for him. He needs to figure that out for himself. Love is not an easy thing. Relationships are not easy, but everybody has to kind of put in the effort and figure it out for themselves, because otherwise you're doing all the work. It can't be that. It cannot be that. Ankita. All right. So let's see. I'm going to go on to Ankita. I'm playing the same games. Okay, that's fine and well if you want to do that. I'm just going to say this one thing. When you play games like that, you invite other people to play. If that's the energy you're putting out, that's the energy you're going to get, attract to yourself. So I'll just leave it at that. I think you know what I mean. Yeah, that's another good point. Maybe he's testing your boundaries. Maybe he's testing to see how much you're going to take before you break. Is that what you want? For someone to be like messing with you intentionally just to see if you're going to deal with it and how you're going to deal with it, Oh, okay, let me see. Ankita, what's my soul purpose? And an oracle message from my soul. What does it want to tell me? Ooh, that's beautiful. Okay, we can do that. We're gonna put the love deck away right now. I'm gonna put this away. And we're gonna use this. This is a favorite combo of mine for this type of question. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna get an animal here, spirit animal wisdom. All right. So first, I'm gonna go here. I understand. Once again, thank you so much. Yes, my pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. Okay, so first I'm using this deck right here, okay? And we're gonna get the theme of the message. Then I'll pull cards from the deck, and then I'll pull out your advice card. Yeah, Angela May, I agree with that. They are a pain in the ass. They are. Or they can be. It doesn't have to be that way. I don't understand. Okay, so this is for Ankita. Beautiful Ankita wants to know about her soul's purpose. Let me try to go back to the message right here. Okay. What's my soul purpose? Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I on the right track? Why do I feel lost? There it is right there. Ooh, temperance. You know, temperance is that balance card. A balance, but also like it's a little bit of a give and take. You know, there's no exact formula. Nobody tells you what the formula is. You kind of have to figure it out on your own. So what happens is that there's a lot of trial and error. You have to keep trying a little bit of this, a little bit of that to get things just right. So when this card comes up, it to me it feels like it's saying like don't give up. Okay, in all things, there is a balance. Take the middle road. It will not lead you astray. So that is the theme, right, of the message. And then I'm going to pull some cards for you. I'm going to pull cards for you. Let's see. Angela. Oh, is Angela here? Did I miss Angela? Oh no. Is that on live chat? It's on live chat. Where's Angela? Oh. Oh, Angela May Hooking. Okay. Angela May. Right now, I'm reading for Ankita, and then after that is Ashish, and then after that is you. Okay? Yes. I'm really, I never used to use a majors only deck, and I'm really loving this practice. It's such a cool way to, oh my gosh. Aw, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you, friends. I know. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Ooh, that's interesting. Ankita, you got the same card as your friend. You got the same card as your friend. Okay, I need a minute with this message here. So you're being asked to take the middle road. You got the card of temperance. The middle road is not going to lead you astray. It's not going to lead you astray. But for some reason, you're very worried. There's fear. There's fear in your heart. We have like the 9 of Swords. That's like the nightmare card, right? You got the nightmare card and you see like the person is here and they're in their tent and they're trying to rest, but the water is wild and there's this creature that looks a little ominous, and he's trying to climb up there to get that person. I'm holding it close. Hopefully you could see that there, but this is fear. And sometimes that fear is like up here in our minds. Sometimes that fear is in our minds. Why are you fearful? We have 2 recommendations for you, okay? You got the Page of Cups, just like your friend. You see that? So you remember what I said. The meaning of the card doesn't change, just the application, right? The Page of Cups could be an incoming message. It could be fresh new energy. It could be a person in your life, or it could be advice for you to stay connected. And with this card, I'm kind of feeling like because it's such a, because it's a mermaid deck and there's a lot of water energy here, like that. Don't forget that you are an intuitive being. We all are. Like we all have gut feelings. We know when something feels right. We know when something feels wrong. So this to me is an invitation for you to stay connected. Stay connected to your spirit team, to your intuition. Listen to the messages that are coming in, right? Write them down, journal, voice record, do whatever you need, however you work with your with your guides or your spirit team, right? This card is saying, stay curious. Stay curious. You know that expression like, oh, children are fearless. They are, because they don't think about like all the grown-up stuff that we think about. They're just in their element, having a good time and enjoying, all of life's pleasures, right? So this is saying maybe relax a little bit, unwind, and find your peace, find your joy. Don't spend so much time here. Instead, find your joy, is what that's saying. And then the other card that has come up here is this Knight of Wands. And the Knight is a card of, it's a card of action, right? It's asking you to be bold. It's asking you to be confident, to stand up straight. Stand up straight, for God's sakes. Have some self-confidence. This card is an invitation to step into your personal power. Don't let fear be the thing that dictates your decisions, your emotions, your next steps. Don't let it be. Let everything come from your heart, right? Not from fear. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want to be bold. You want to be courageous. You want to face the things that scare you. Face the things that scare you. I'm going to pull, hold on. I'm going to get I'm going to use this deck right here, Spirit Animal Wisdom. And I'm going to pull a card here. So Create says, to live with a child's heart is a beautiful thing, but living with a child's mind can be dangerous. That is so true. So true. Oh my God. You need to find a balance. Let's see. So your soul's purpose, to me, it's about finding a way to manage those fears, those worries, those anxieties by facing the things that you fear with love, with curiosity, with intention. Okay. Your advice, your spirit animal wisdom. Look how beautiful. Antelope. I don't know if you have antelopes where you are. So true. So true, Lucia. Sometimes we forget to have fun. Oh, that's right. It's Leo season. Be playful like a child. Yeah. Here you have antelope. It says new pathways. Consider whether you are happy on your current path. Are you happy with your current path? Interesting. The word path came up twice, right? In the temperance card and in that antelope card. I'm going to read that for you. Hold on. Let me find it. This book always irks me because it's not in alphabetical order. 56. 56. You have them in the Himalayas? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, good. All right. So this card is connected to earth and to fire. And I'm going to read to you what it says in the booklet, okay? It is time to slow down and take stock of where you are headed on this journey. Does it feel right to you? Listen to your instincts and ask yourself whether it's serving your purpose. There is no right or wrong path. I want to say that again. There's no right or wrong path. Whatever path you're on, it's because it's meant for you, right? So if you're feeling like you're living somebody else's life, then you have to make some tough choices. Hey, Christine, how are you? Welcome in. Some tough choices, my friend. Let's see here. At any one time, we have many options available to us, many doors open and pathways to journey down. I often find many of them overlap. and ultimately get us where we need to be, right? Because there's no just there's not one right way, right? Like there's lots of choices. This is like your GPS. You could take the long way, you could take the short way, you could take the scenic route, you could take the direct route, you could avoid tolls, you could pay tolls, like you could do all the different things. But either way, eventually you're going to make it to where you're supposed to be. Okay? Tell yourself that, right? That's a beautiful affirmation. I'm exactly where I need to be at this moment in time. Remind yourself of that. Whenever you're feeling doubtful, whenever you're confused, whenever you're not sure if you're going in the right direction, tell yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be at this moment in time. All right. Now, it says here, I lost my place. Hold on. If you feel that you hit a wall or your life is not flowing at this time, the antelope has come to help you. This card comes with hard questions and also a promise of new opportunities if you open all your senses. Ask for signs and they will come to you. Okay? Ask for signs. Ask your spirit team for signs. Oh, that's beautiful, Ankita. I love that. Well done. And ask your spirit team, if you have a question and you're out on a walk, ask your spirit team, like, give me a sign, show me a yes. If it's a yes, let me find a feather, let me see a butterfly, let me, whatever it is. Ask your team for signs. They will love nothing more than to talk with you. You just have to figure out how. All right. Ask for signs. They will come to you. That's the message for you, friend. You're on a journey, but you have some things that you have to face. And I feel like the message here is there's more than one way to get it done, right? You don't have to feel like you're boxed into the situation that you're in right now. There's lots of ways to accomplish said goals. So I hope that makes sense for you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm glad, Ankita, because, it's my pleasure to read for you always. Thank you for coming in. I've been missing you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Okay, you're welcome. So I'm going to pack up this reading. That was for the lovely Ankita who has come in. She was first meow. She was first meow. Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Welcome in. Aw, thank you for letting me read for you, friend. Thank you, thank you. All right. I'm trying really hard to keep my eye like on the chat and on the reading. Oh, hi, Debs. How are you? Welcome in. Good night, Ankita. Sleep well. Enjoy your Independence Day in India. I hope you have a wonderful time. Debs. 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 Do we love you or do we love you? Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. Let me put this away. Otherwise, it gets confusing. I'll put that back there. I like doing the reading like that with the these two decks are so cool together, the Mermaid deck and the Frida Kahlo. That's super cool. All right, so I just finished reading for Ankita, and then let me see here. So let me unstar that. Okay, so next was Ashish. Ashish, if you're still here, let me know what your question is. I have Ashish, and then after that was Angela May. And if there was anybody else that had a question, please let me know. Create Create and relate. If you have a question, please let me know and I'll add you too. All right, my dear. How can I better align my choices with my core values? Do you find yourself like being being at an impasse? Do you find yourself like sometimes doing one thing when you feel like you should really be doing something else? I feel like we as people have very high expectations of ourselves. It's really hard. Let me know. I'm gonna put this deck away. Expectations. I might try, okay, let's try the RWS. I'm gonna try the RWS. Didn't know you speak Samoan. Suzanne, welcome in. All right. I'm gonna shuffle the deck. Okay. Ashish isn't saying anything, but that's okay. We're gonna figure it out anyways. How can I better align my choices with my core values? So this message is for Ashish. Ashish wants to better align choices with the core. Oh my God, all the cards fell all over the place. Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. I'm thirsty. Hold, please. I'm thirsty. I did blue on my nails. Do you see that? That was not my choice. I cannot take credit for this. That was my daughter. She said, yes, I can. I'm going to do you right after Ashish. Okay. Ashish says yes. Okay. Yes. Ashish said yes. Okay. Thirsty. I went to get my nails done and I did not have a plan. This is the problem when you're a highly organized person. You have to go with a plan because then you get there and you stare at all the color choices and you're overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. So I try to like at least have a color family in my mind when I go in, but I didn't. So my daughter chose. And then I was like, no, I don't like that color. And then the nail tech vetoed. The nail tech vetoed my no. So blue it was. Blue was selected for me. My daughter always chooses for me for the same reason. Yes, because I get all discombobulated. Look, this is how I shuffle reversals into the deck. See that? Ashish, you have some reversals in your reading. So I'm going to put these cards right here. You have some reversals. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but we're going to find out. We are going to find out. I'm going to use this Oracle deck right here. Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. All right. Ashish wants to align. Find alignment. Find alignment. Ashish wants to find alignment. But the first step is, Ashish, that you have to have some sort of inspiration, right? You have the Ace of Wands. In order to find alignment, you need to figure out like what it is. What drives you? What is your motivation? What inspires you? What makes you feel like passionate and motivated to take next steps, right? You cannot align without figuring that part out first. Okay, you have a vision. Perfect. All right, but for some reason you haven't been moving ahead on that. See, you have the Six of Swords in reverse. Usually this card is like this, and it means that you're moving from one side to another. But in your case, it's upside down. So there seems to be a blockage. There's a blockage. So I'm going to pause right there for a minute so I can pull an oracle card. Ashish has a vision. Is that vision right? All right. So with the Ace of Wands, I'm asking, like, the vision that you have, is that the right vision for you? We have the card of secrets. So I feel like not everything is known, not everything is revealed to you. You may not have everything that you need in order to make decisions or take next steps. You have the card of secrets. Something is withheld from you, right? Something is being withheld from you. But why? Is it that he's not ready? Why? Why is he stuck in place? Why can't he move on? Hi, Karen Suki. This is what I get when I ask that question, optimism. So for me, what this is saying is it has something to do with your mindset. Maybe it's that you're optimistic in the moment, but if something happens, you become easily discouraged. Could that be right? Do you become easily discouraged when things are not going your way? Because I think when that happens, it pauses us or it stops us. It's like the universe keeps putting you in a situation where you keep repeating certain things until you figure out the secret sauce. And then once you learn how to handle and manage those emotions, all of a sudden it stops and you're able to keep going, right? So I feel like, could it be that you lose heart or you become discouraged when things don't go your way? Trying to make my mindset more positive. Okay. Blessings. Fatima, hi. Welcome in. Okay. I think that's good because here, look what we have. We have the Justice card, and the Justice card is in reverse. So to me, what this is telling me, you feel like things just aren't fair. You feel like things aren't fair. Everything is kind of, it should be like this, fair and equal, but it's not. It's in reverse. So I'm going to pull another card for that Justice card. The reverse Justice card. It's making you feel a little bit restless because it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like you can't figure out what to do next. You're stuck. Things are not working out. And it makes you feel restless. There's nothing worse than that. There's nothing worse than that. Okay. So then what is the advice? What is the advice for Ashish? I'm going to use this deck right here. I think it makes sense. Sacred destiny. Like, let's see what comes up for you. If you remember, like, I have reversals shuffled into this deck too for some weird reason. I don't know why I put reversals into this oracle deck. It's the only one. Oh, hi, Nela. Welcome in. How are you? Welcome. I didn't see you. Hi, let's be friends. Mizu, I thought that you were working. What the heck? Okay, say hi to my daughter, everyone. She wants to be friends. I'm doing well, thank you. My beautiful girl. Is it slow? If it's slow, come home. Come and be with me. So goofy. Oh my gosh. All right. Yes, I can attempt to do a reading if that is what your question is. So I'm gonna star you and add you to the list, okay? Nella. Okay. 2 more hours. Okay, you're almost there. Look, see? Fatima is sending you blessings. You will be home safe for sure. Okay, Ashish. What is the advice for Ashish? Oh my God, your card came out in reverse, Ashish. Simplicity in reverse. But look how beautiful that card is, Ashish. Look how beautiful that card is. Simplicity in reverse. So that's what it looks like, right? This always reminds me of Forrest Gump, right? When the feather falls. Simplicity. What was it that he always said? Life is like a box of chocolates. Simplicity. You never know what you're going to get. Let's see. Let me find. Here it is right here. Simplicity. The white feather. I'm going to tell you right here. Imagine a single white feather illuminated against a blue sky, wafting on warm air currents as it floats to the earth with simplicity and grace. Both Native Americans and Egyptians thought that feathers were messages from the sky gods. Chiefs wore feathers to symbolize their communing with the Creator. It was believed that when one wore feathers on one's hand, messages from a human could travel to spirit. Likewise, messages and energy from the spiritual realms could travel back down to the human through the hollow shaft of the feather. Feathers were also wafted through the air to cleanse and purify a space. And I really like that. So what this card, Ashish, what this card wants you to know, I'm going to show you right here again, okay? To find a sacred simplicity and have clarity in your life. Only do the things that matter to you. Only do the things that matter to you. Simplify your life. Release everything else. Scan all of the areas and clear both internal and external clutter. Rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what is truly important to you. Let everything else go. Do not delay, do it now. When your life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, emotions, there is no room for spirit. There's too much static. And there's too much stuff to connect to your soul. The smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference. And the message is very clear here, Ashish. You've become like, you're on this mission, right? You're on this quest. You want to do this thing. You have an idea, you have a mission, you have a goal, you feel passionate about it. But for some reason, you are kind of stuck in limbo and you haven't been able to move forward, but we don't know why. Now, we've talked about this card that came up, secrets, and you also had this card, optimism, and restlessness. And you said, like, I'm trying to work on being more positive, which I know that's so hard, because when we keep trying to do things and it doesn't work out for us, we cannot help but feel like that's not fair. And that's why you have this, the justice card in reverse. It's not fair. So what spirit is saying with this message right here is you have to find a way to pare down and simplify, because right now your mind is consumed with so many different things that when spirit tries to come in with messages, like, you can't hear. It's said, and there's too much static. You know, when you're trying to find the station on the radio and you're like trying to fidget with the dial and it's like, and you can't hear anything, that's what's happening. You cannot hear messages from spirit, and spirit cannot communicate to you because you are overcome with all these other things that you're trying to do. So this is a big message coming through for you, my friend. You have to find a way to kind of simplify and come back to I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes we get so far away from who we are and what we're meant to do here, and we lose sight of what we're even supposed to be doing. So I feel like with this reading and these cards, it's basically like saying you have to declutter in order to make space so that you could start to hear your own inner voice, your own wisdom. Everything that you need is inside of you, but you have to find a way to be able to listen to those messages, and you can't right now because you're consumed with all the things that the Ashish that lives on planet Earth is trying to do. But maybe those things are not in alignment with what spirit wants you to do, right? You have a plan, but we don't know. And it's interesting because your question was, how can I align both things? But it sounds like what you're trying to work towards is not what spirit wants for you. And in order for you to hear, you have to find ways to kind of clear some of that clutter so that you could actually start to absorb the message. That was a big one. That was a big one. Ring the bell to clear the energy. Ashish, thank you so much for letting me read for you. All right. I'm gonna put this deck over here. My gosh. And okay. Shane. Who's Shane? Who is Shane? All right. That was a strong reading. God, these little decks. Tell Lucia, I'm not kidding. This deck is out of control, man. All right. That was beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside, and then I'm gonna come back over here. All right, so earlier, Create and Relate left me a donation, so I'm gonna move and do her reading first, and then I'll come back to you. So I'm gonna do Create and Relate's reading first, and then I'm gonna do Angela and then Nela. Okay. All right. So this is the message, or this is the question. Let's see. a general reading for the near future, the next couple of weeks. I have some things happening that I can't talk about, okay, but I would like a reading if possible. All right, so for that, we're going to go back to that other, these right here, because these work good for that. So I'll use this one, the Frida Kahlo with the mermaid deck. Ooh, okay. Who rang the bell? I did. Tequila shot, please. That sounds amazing right now. That sounds amazing. Scotty, I don't know who Scotty is, but I'm laughing so hard and I don't know why. Ooh, I don't know who Shane is. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know who Shane is either. Shane. Ooh, the card came out all by itself. Do you see that? Oh my freaking. All right. I mean, there's no sugarcoating. You wouldn't be asking if there wasn't something going on, and you have the death card. So something, you're going through something is ending, and something is changing. So here's the message. Do not fear change. All things must come to an end. Beauty lies in the transition. Beauty lies in the transition. What do we need to know about this ending? What do we need to know about this ending? It's for create. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Things are happening. You cannot make this up. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know what it is that's going on with you, create, right? You have the death card. And this particular card is saying that the beauty of this transition that you're going through is the actual transition, not the end. Like, not what's ending to make space for what's beginning, but the actual transformation that you are going to. Thank you, Lucia. Let's see. Okay. Surgery next week. This doesn't have to mean that, okay? This doesn't have to mean that. This could mean the care that he might require after coming out of that surgery. And thank you for sharing that, because I'm going to tell you the two cards that came out, one on one side, one on the other. We have the Ace of Pentacles, right? The Pentacles, remember, this is connected to Earth. So what is Earth? A lot of people automatically connected to finances, to cash, moolah coming in, opportunities. It could be related to home. It could be related to family, which makes sense here. It could also be related to health. Okay, so you have the Ace of Pentacles, right? It's an ace. So there's a new beginning here. At the end of it, we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And I love how tarot works, because you have the Death card. This card is saying, don't fear it. Okay. There's a transition. There's going to be a transition. And it could be that your schedule might be disrupted. It could be that that he may need additional care or additional resources. It could be a lot of different things, but you're starting with the ace and you're ending here with the 10. And you know that the 10 of Pentacles is the card of legacy, right? It's the card of building something together with family. It's a card of abundance. There's a celebration here. There's a gathering, there's a celebration. I want to pull out an oracle, but I want sacred destiny. I want sacred destiny. Hi, Trista. How are you? I know it's very easy because we love the people that are in our life and we love everyone in our circle. And obviously, we don't want to see them in pain. We don't want to see them suffering, right? And so it's hard. What is easy is to jump to conclusions, to let fear take over, to jump to, to let your mind wander. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What? This is saying, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Stay in the present. Hi, heart and mind. Welcome in. Stay in the present right here. Ooh. The card of diligence, upright. You have the card of I don't have anything planned as a celebration. No, I don't think this means that there's a party, but I think you know what I think is interesting? When somebody is going through a rough patch, or in this case, like your dad, he's going through this surgery and it's not going to be, easy. Hey, Simple. Thank you. It's not going to be easy, but in times like this, families tend to come together. They help with meal prep, they help with cleaning, they help with house chores, mowing the lawn, like whatever it is, right? That is what I see with this card of celebration here, is everyone coming together as a unit to be there to love and support one another. That's what I see there. I'm going to look for that card here, diligence. Okay. So, diligence. This is a fallow field. I don't know if you know what a fallow field is. I didn't until I had this deck and read about it in the book, right? But it's when you take a field and you leave it unfarmed, right, to allow the soil to recover and to rebalance. Letting fields lie fallow meant that the subsequent crops were much healthier and more vibrant. I cannot help but feel like this is talking about your dad. A reset. Yeah. I feel like this is talking about your dad. This change, this transition, this surgery is going to help him purge something that is getting in the way, and it's going to allow him to reset. But obviously he's not going to bounce back, jump right in again and it's going to be like nothing happened. No. It's going to take time, but it's necessary. And look what it says. The results are worth the wait. Okay? So I'm going to tell you the message. There are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times where you have to be patient. Okay? Know that the benefits that you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. With persistent, to me, that could be like advocating, because it's not easy dealing with health professionals at times. And you talk to one doctor, they tell you one thing, talk to another doctor, they tell you something else. Sometimes you have to advocate for yourself. And in this case, you may be the one advocating for your dad, which is why this card here says it's not about an ending, it's about that transition, right? I think you may be advocating. This is not a time for instant gratification, and your diligence is going to pay off in the future. This is a time for organization, like literally. Sometimes in times like this, sometimes families get disorganized because you have some people that get emotional, some people that shut down, some people that don't know how to handle these emotional events. Heart and mind, yes, I will add you. So I feel like this is hinting at a lot of these little things that could potentially happen, you know. Clear clutter out of your life. If ever there's a time to do that, it's going to be during a time like this, you know, because you need to stay, get everything together and keep organized. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time, and be discerning when you choose who you spend time with. I think it's a beautiful message, but I could see that it's a very overwhelming time for you. But I think what this message is trying to do is like prepare you for a shift that will happen in your family, and it could be a beautiful shift, you know. Let me see what is happening here. Okay, Lucia had to run off. Thank you so much for hanging out, Lucia. And Clint is here. Hi, Trista. Hi, welcome in. Kathy made it home. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, create. Please tell me if you're still here. I know. I know. And it's easy to jump to conclusions, but I feel like this doesn't want you to jump to conclusions. I think this wants you to like just be as proactive as possible and try to do whatever you can to ease the situation, because it's a time of change. It's going to be a time of change. So that is what I have for you, my friend. I'm sorry that you're going through that. It's a lot. It's a lot. But we have to remain focused and positive, and I believe in the power of prayer. And, we're here for you, and we love you, and I'll be sending you a lot of love and light. And thank you so much for letting me read for you, friend. Oh, thank you. All right, my dear. I'm wishing you all the best. A lot of, make sure you're taking care of yourself. There's self-care in that too. You got to take care of yourself. Make sure you're getting rest. Make sure you're sleeping. Make sure that you are eating. Make sure that other people are as well, because sometimes, it's hard for people. So, it's going to be a trying time, a very emotional time. So, I think what this reading is wanting you to do is just like mentally prepare for the different areas where you may have to kind of step into like a leadership role for the sake of, the family. All right. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Oh. Hmm. simple. Silver star, thank you. Okay. Next was Angela May. Angela May, are you still here, friend? Don't tell me that one. That one was heavy, but you know what? We'll ring the bell here. Ring the bell. I'm gonna ring the bell, and you know what I have over here? And this stone right here. This is a golden healer. You see it? Golden healer. And I'm gonna set it right over here by the handle. Actually, you can't even see. You can't even see. Is that better? No. Better here, 1 or 2? I can't. Let's see. There. Is that better? Yes, that's better. So I'm going to put the golden healer right there with the candle for your dad. Much love, my friend. Okay. All right. You know what I need? There's no need to apologize. There's no need to apologize. I'm gonna put this deck over here. I'm just shuffling the decks, and then I would like to rehydrate. I need a little sip. Okay, friends. All right. Okay, so then, is there anything that I should know? Is there anything that I should know? So that was the question for Angela May. Angela May, let me get a sip. You know, I made some tea. Maybe she has gone to her home planet. Yeah, maybe she has gone to her home planet. All right. We're going to use this deck right here. Angela, I just feel like I need to know something. Okay. Well, for you, I'm going to use the Clueless deck. I feel like this is such a great deck, especially for you. I feel like this deck reads really well for you. So let's give it a shuffle. All right. Let's see. This is such a cool pink deck. You know, recently I did a video about all of my fall decks, and people were like, what? No, it's too early. But I was like, shoot, I'm ready. I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking about Christmas lights and trees and stuff like that. So I'm already thinking about it. So I pulled out the Beetlejuice deck. That one was a lot of fun. I know Scotty liked that deck, and the Nightmare Before Christmas, and all my decks. I'm so excited. Because think about it, it's been almost a year since I used them. So I miss them, and I can't wait to use them again. All right, friends. So let's see. Angela May feels like she needs to know something. What is it? What is it? What does Angela May need to know? Is there something in the horizon? Angela May fell down and got hurt, you guys. Angela May fell down and got hurt. This woman. 2 cards came out stuck together. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh yeah, Nightmare is so cool. The Nightmare Before Christmas. But you know I love that Beetlejuice deck. It is so much fun. All right. And then I'm going to use this one here, like the Vessel Oracle. See, a little heart. She fell down. She got bruised. She got hurt. Let's see here. Is there something that she needs to know? I fell the other night, but it was almost like I fell on marshmallows. Not even a bruise. Oh my God. Oh, Karen, are you okay? Ooh. Okay. So that's interesting. I think that there is something. I think there's something to what you feel. You said, I just feel like I need to know something. And look what came up. Begin. So this feels like something new. Something new is coming to your life. What could that be? What could that be? We have the 7 of Cups, right? The 7 of Cups is usually about choices. It's usually about decisions, about decision overwhelm, about kind of daydreaming and letting your mind like get carried away. And a lot of times with this card, like if we're not careful, if we don't focus on what it is that we're truly meant to be doing, then it's easy to become scattered. But like you could see on here, this is the chalkboard, and the teacher is, she has indicated weekend homework, have fun. So to me, this says, lay your hair down, have fun, enjoy the options, enjoy that you have choices. Whatever this new beginning is, it's going to bring in some fresh energy. And I feel like you need that. I feel like you need that. Some fresh energy. Choices. Then you also have the 2 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Pentacles is like, this is more about life's balancing act. This is about life's balancing act, because a lot of times we have so many things that we have to do, so many things that we have to juggle, responsibilities, appointments, to-dos, and we lose sight of what's important, of what matters. And I don't know what type of person you are. Like sometimes if I have a checklist, then that checklist consumes everything. Like I feel like I cannot rest until I complete all of the items on that list, and I just become completely obsessed with doing that. But the 2 of Pentacles energy is not saying that. Like the 2 of Pentacles is saying, with moderation, it's a give and take. You can have fun and be responsible at the same time. 2 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups. Begin. Ooh. And trust. Trust the universe. Trust the universe, trust divine timing. We have talked about that so many times with you, Angela, because there's so many things that you want to do and that you want to see happen. And you're always like, now, when, right? And this is saying trust, but I don't know. I kind of get the feeling like maybe it is happening. Maybe it is happening. My sons are my life. I'm caught up with my George. Made my life perfect. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. So I'm going to show you the card again. And it says right here, have trust in where your heart is guiding you, right? Have trust in where your heart guides you. This is asking you to trust. I feel like this little spread right here is saying, relax a little bit, lay your hair down. It's not all work, work, work. Yes, of course, you want to balance things, right? It doesn't mean go on vacation and don't get anything done, but I feel like there's a balance, and there's always tomorrow. Like, if you don't get everything, doesn't need to be done today. If there's something that you could leave to tomorrow, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Begin. I'm going to look up that begin card. Begin. It is time to start anew. Prepare to enjoy all the beautiful things that are coming your way. I'm going to show you this card again. Weekend homework. Have fun. Prepare. Prepare to enjoy all the beautiful things that are coming your way. Okay, thank you. No problem. Thank you so much. All right, Angela May. Not had holiday for years, one day. Yeah, could be that. But I don't think this is as big as a holiday. I think this is just relax, unwind, have fun. Go to the farmer's market, go window shopping, visit a town that you've never visited before. See if there's any like art, shows or street fairs going on. Like, I feel like this is just kind of inviting you to just relax, Yeah. Yeah, these are great cards for you. I like this for you very much. Guess who is here? Who? Who? 633. 633. All right, so I'm gonna pack up this little reading. That was for Miss Angela, the lovely Angela May. And then next we had Nela, and then after Nela was Heart and Mind. Nela, are you still here? Go back karaoke or dancing. That would be amazing. I mean, maybe it means go and get a margarita. Go line dancing. Could be anything. Take yourself out to dinner, right? Like, sometimes you're like, oh no, I don't want to spend money. I'll just cook at home, every once in a while. It's nice to do something for yourself, right? It is. All right, so I'm waiting to see if Nela is still here. And then I'll give this deck a shuffle. Okay. Nela. All right, Nela may have moved on. So if Nela's not here, then I would, oh no, I just shuffled reversals into the deck now. All right, I'll have to take those out. I don't like doing reversals. I only keep a few decks with reversals. Let me see here. All right, Nela's not answering. So Heart and Mind, let me know if you're still here. Okay, right here. Gotta sort out my son. Has brittle bones. Moved hospital. Northampton, useless. Okay. Mobility back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I want you to be safe too. I want you to be safe, lady. All right, that part is good. I'm not big on reversals either. I know. I did it anyways. Look, I accidentally got reversals in here. Let's see. I caught it just in the nick of time. All right. All right. And okay, so we're putting out an APB. Nela, are you here? Heart and mind, are you here? Nela, heart and mind. Nela, heart and mind. Let me know. And I'll put it in the chat too, because you know how it is. Then later on, I'll be like, I didn't know. Nela, Nelik, 6725. Are you here? Not one person came up for open panel. Whoa, how interesting. How interesting. Oh, Heart is here. Okay. All right, Heart is here. Boop. Okay, yes. We can do a card for career for you. That means I gotta get my career deck. Nella, you came back? Nella, you came back? Where were you? All right. So I'm reading for heart and mind, and then I'll do you, okay, Nella? I decide for another question. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna read for heart and mind card for career. So of course, we have to use Oracle of Many Paths. You see how cool that is? Oh, so nice. I see your question, so let me star that. Come back over here. Nella stepping away for a few. Oh, okay. All right. So let me, okay. So Nella, hold on. All right, Nella, I found your question and I started, so I'll do that one. I'll do this question after I do the career reading. Hi, Susan. Yes, you can ask. I'll star you. And then when we get to you, I'll ask you to put your question in the chat. Welcome in. Welcome in. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Karen. Oh, okay. All right. So we're going to go back over here to heart. Question for career. Use the career deck. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Question for career. New comments. I should have gotten a glass of vino. That's what I should have done. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oop. The card has come out. You have a question about career. That leaves me pretty much in the dark. This card is gorgeous. It feels positive. It feels positive. It's card number 46. This is the Oracle of Many Paths. So this deck is perfect when you're trying to make decisions on what should I do next. And because of that, it's great for career. So I'm going to show you the card right here. Okay. You see how pretty that is? This is like the Page of Cups. This, and I just have to say, hold on one second. This is the third time tonight that the Page of Cups comes out in all the different decks. Third time. So we have the Page of Cups. The keywords with this card are, possibilities, right? using your imagination. Because if you look at that, that creature kind of looks like the Loch Ness monster, except it's in a rainbow. So this is the card of imagination, the card of connection, and this is what's considered a meandering path. A meandering path means this is not a path where you're going to get from point A to point B. It's not the most direct route, right? It's kind of like a scenic route. It's going to take you here. It's going to take you there. So it's hard to know without like knowing like what exactly is your situation with career. Whatever it is, like right now, things are kind of up in the air, right? Things are up in the air. The path of the rainbow dragon exists in your imagination. All it is asking is for you to keep an open mind, and many paths will present themselves. When you are connected to yourself and to your journey, anything is possible. Even the impossible is possible. So to me, this card, you asked me to pull a card for you in terms of career. To me, this is saying like be creative, keep your options open, and dream big. This is saying dream big. Don't let anybody tell you no, you can't, that's too hard, that's too much, blah, 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 blah. This is saying anything is possible if you put it out there. I don't know if that makes any sense at all to you, or if that even answers your question, but I'll leave it there and you can give me feedback. Let's see. Uzo. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right. Wait, you guys are drinking without me? Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for coming in and thanks for letting me read for you. I'm happy to read for you again. And, you know, I mean, if you have like a little bit more, you know, with tarot, it's interesting, right? Like the response can get pretty deep, but we have to have a more specific question. But since you wanted the kind of like one card open, then, you know, I share what comes through. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for being here. I don't even know where my little thingy is. I used to have a little thingy. Here it is. All right, friends. Please remember to hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, friends. All right. That was the beautiful Oracle of Many Paths. Okay. So that completes the reading for Heart and Mind. Heart and Mind. Okay. It's a liquor from Greece that has a licorice base. Oh, it's like vodka with licorice. Oh, snap. That sounds amazing. That sounds kind of amazing. I'm just going to say. All right, come on. It's like the decks fit here just fine. And then when I go to put them away, all of a sudden they don't fit. I just joined your channel, but the writing is in front of your face, so it's hard to see you. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you for coming in. Temperance Arcana. It's nice to meet you. All right. So the next person, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Are you Temperance Arcana by any chance? Are you watching on your phone or are you watching in your laptop or tablet? If you're watching on your phone, the best way is to hold it like this. And if you mean the writing of the chat, you can move it move the you could turn that part off or move it out of the way. Like there's a little thing where you swipe it down to get rid of it. So if that's what you mean, I like the vibe. Let me see. Let me see if I could. I must shut the volume off so that there's no like shenanigans, but let me find the video. All right. So this is what she means, that when people chat, it covers the face. So what you could do is, let me see. Let me see how do you move that? What the heck? How do you move it? I don't know how you move it. If anybody knows how to move it, let me know. Because when I try to like move it down, nothing happens. And then there's a chat button, but it's just to allow me to chat. I see what she's saying. Temperance Arcana, that it's blocking the face. Oh, okay. So if you go up here, there's the 3 dots. You see the 3 dots right there? Click on the 3 dots. I call that the Twinkie. A little menu is going to come up, and then you could shut off the live chat right there. I know. I was thinking that too, because usually I could lower the chat down. I just can't seem to figure out how to do it. So maybe if somebody could play around with the settings and let me know, because that's kind of weird. And my phone only scroll the words down. Okay. Hi, welcome in. Hi, Manju. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because the words, the chat is covering like this much. So then and it's hard because when you're getting a reading from someone, to me, if I'm getting a reading from someone, I want to be able to look in their eyes. And it's hard when stuff is covering everything. So I get that. All right. But if I shoot it, it will not be able to. Oh, you're right. If you shut it off, you won't be able to chat. Who's our technical gurus? Where's our technical gurus? Did Clint leave? Clint, if Clint was here, huh? If Clint was here. Yeah, it doesn't let you move it. That's the weirdest thing. Oh my God. I feel like I've done it before. I just don't know how. Clint would totally know. All right, let's see if Clint comes back and then we can ask. Because I'm not sure. Other chats are not like that. So maybe it's a setting. Yes, I can look into that, but I don't know. I have to look into that. I can't do it right now. Yeah. The chat is in front of you. Oh, how about if I do this? Oh, that's not it. Wrong setting. Hold on. How about if I do that? Does that help? I just like make it a little bit smaller. A different way, please. I love your readings. Oh, no, I don't mind at all. I think feedback is a gift. So I appreciate you telling me. No, it's acting weird. Okay, let me. Oh, so it made the screen smaller, but the words are still all up in the way. I wonder if it's because I'm on StreamYard. Is that what it is? Huh. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. All right. Well, hang in there because maybe if Clint comes back in, he'll tell us how to fix it. I'm not sure. All right. So we just finished reading for Heart and Mind, and then we were going to read for Nella. And Nella's question was, what can I expect or some guidance general for the next weeks? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, Nella. So let me see. Guidance for the next few weeks. You know what? We haven't used this deck tonight, so I want to use this one and this one. Let's use these. I haven't used this one yet. I'm zero help. I'm always on my laptop. I know. I do not like watching lives on my phone. I never watch lives. If I watch on my phone, I don't chat. I don't because it's too hard. So I always watch on the computer or, something else. It's too hard. All right, we're going to use the desert. I call it the desert deck, but it's actually called Lucid Minds. Lucid Minds. Nella, I appreciate Temperance Arcana telling me that because I have to figure out how to fix that. Okay, so we're going to do this reading for Nella. What can I expect or some guidance for the next week? So you know what, Nella? I feel like because it's kind of open like that, we're going to start with a Sacred Destiny card. Sacred Destiny. So let's start there and see what happens. Ooh, came out all by itself. Look at that. Success. That came out all by itself. Talk about the Black Panther. There's big magic in this card. Nella. Success to you. Success. And it came out upright. What could that mean for you, Nella? Success in what? Success in what, Nella? Success. Let's see. Tropical jungles are some of the richest and most successful habitats on our planet. They have incredible diversity, a multitude of plant varieties and animal inhabitants. They're dense with life force that is rapidly growing and rapidly changing. The lushness of their vegetation is essential to the ecological health of the earth. In many ways, the success of the planet depends on the rainforest. This is such a beautiful message. Okay, these areas are called the lungs of the planet. The plants absorb carbon dioxide, produce oxygen, and help reduce the impact of worldwide climate change. In addition, thousands of plant and animal species that have medical properties have yet to be discovered. Okay, so when this card comes up for you, what does it want you to know? Satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment are at hand. Satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment are at hand. Success is waiting to expand in your life. Be ready to accept and embrace this success, for it might occur rapidly. All is possible. The gates of triumph are waiting to open. Being in a state of gratitude for the small successes in your life will give birth to larger ones. Your satisfaction will come in many forms and from many areas of life. Celebrate it all and breathe it all in, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. This is an excellent time to make commitments, sign contracts, and make deals. Good fortune will ensue. Wow. I mean, just saying. That's pretty awesome. So let's pull out some tarot cards and see what can we know about this success card. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know about the lungs of the planet? I have offers for job. No! That's amazing. Oh my God. Oh snap. All right. You got a job offer. She has the success card. What do we need to know? Let's see. The judgment card is coming out. So the judgment card, usually that means that there's an alert, right? There's something that's trying to get your attention. Judgment card. That's a major arcana card too. So this is big time. It could be that if you have options, that there could be one of those options could serve your higher self. Ooh, it's right here. Oh my God. I mean, this is favorable. You got the 10 of Cups. This is the happily ever after card. Do you see how gorgeous this card is? This is the happily ever after card. 10 of Cups. You have success, 10 of Cups, and the judgment card. The judgment card. This could, because of the way that I set these out, I feel like that the angel, like with, here's judgment, right? Usually this is the angel that comes in and is trying to get your attention. Is trying to deliver the message that if you have a grateful heart, success can be yours. Anything that you want can be possible. Anything that you want can be possible. I am indecisive. Yeah, it's hard, but you know, I think deep down inside, you know what you need to do. This is a beautiful reading. To me, I feel like you're gonna find success, but you have to listen to your within. Like here, this is spirit trying to get your attention. So to me, you're gonna have success. You got to choose wisely. Choose wisely. Really like tap in and connect to spirit and, you know, do the one that feels good in the pit of your stomach, is what I would say. I once took a lower paying job because I was right by a window. Oh, yes. I get what she's saying. Yeah, everything is not money. That's the thing. 10 of Cups, Cups is emotions. Like which job is going to make you happier? Which one is going to make you feel more fulfilled? Which one is going to, you know, which one is going to fill your cup, right? You got to think about those things. It's not always, you know, this card here of success, not once did it mention that you're going to win a lottery ticket and, you know, you're going to have money to spend. No, I feel like you can be successful. It just depends how you look at this. Do you feel hotel would be a good choice? I feel both. Okay, so what are the options? Maybe if you shared like what the options are, we can help. Option 1 is a hotel. You have to think about a lot of things. How close is it? How far do you have to drive? Okay. What is the schedule like? Is it a set schedule? Are you going to be all over the place working with the hours of the hotel, right? Hotel to me sounds like it could be a place where you could meet a lot of cool, interesting people. So if that's something that is interesting to you, that could be a determining factor. Basically, you need to sit down and write down like what are the pros and cons to both of the positions, and then think about which one feels more aligned with you. Yes, commute is very huge. Commute is very huge. Right now, I have a terrible commute. Right now, I have a terrible commute, so no. If I could choose a job that was 5 minutes away, I would pick that in a heartbeat compared to a job that is an hour or an hour and a half away. You know, that makes a big difference. Not just in the time that you spent in the car, the stress of being in a commute, the tolls, the gas, the amount of time. Another is on island, also hospitality. Shorter, better money, more independent. Okay, so I don't know a lot, but it seems like this one is a great option too. Rush hour traffic, yeah. There's a lot of things to consider. Rush hour traffic. I always get accommodations near the job. Yeah. I think what this reading is trying to get you to see is that if you think of the big picture, you can be happy. You could probably be happy in either of those positions. Maybe you're, overthinking it a little bit too much. And remember, if you take too long to think, you could lose the opportunity, right? You can't take too long. So, just keep that in mind as well. I wish you the best. I hope that whichever one is filled with nothing but blessings and good tidings for you. And thank you for letting me read for you. All right, so that was for Nela. And then next we have Suzanne. Suzanne. Are you still here? It was -4, I think. I need oversleep, yeah. Yeah, sometimes we overthink it, or, and it doesn't have to be choose one. And if you feel a little queasy, then go with the other one. Yeah, it's hard. If you had two choices, then the question should have been different. Like we should have done a option A, option B reading, not this. So with tarot, it's really important that we ask the right question for the situation in order to get the best, the best result, or not the best result, the most clear result. All right, friends. I'm looking for Suzanne. If she's here, she's next. After that, we're all caught up. So if there was anybody that was watching or lurking and wants a reading, feel free to drop it into the comments. Thanks for being here. If you could remember to hit the thumbs up, I appreciate you. That would be super helpful. Try a pendulum. Yes, where's my pendulum? Is right here. So I could do a pendulum. It's not going to show on camera. If you do Clint's trick, then go to your videos and click in, it clears up the text on your face. Oh, all right. Temperance Arcana, are you still here? Temperance Arcana, are you still here? I'm going to try it. All right. Hit the like button. Go to your liked videos. Go back in. I got an ad. I got an ad, you guys. All right. There it is. You're right. It worked. It got rid of it. Okay, now we know. I mean, it's too late for Temperance Arcana, but thank you so much. You figured it out. Thank you, thank you. All right, so what was Nela saying? Yes, making too complicated. Oh, we have a good group here, so yeah, for sure. All right, Nela, tell me again, what are your two choices? One is a hotel, the other one is an island. That's what I understood. Right? I don't know if I could change the camera. So let me see. Probably not. No. All right. So I'm going to do the pendulum and, you just have to kind of take my word for it. So let's see here. Should Nela take the job on the island? It's stuck. It doesn't want to answer that. Should Nela take the job in the hotel? Should Nela take the job in the hotel? I'm getting a no. I'm getting a no for the hotel. No. Okay. What about the island? Is that a yes or a no? All right. So it's saying no for the hotel, and for the island one, it's like thinking about it. It's not saying yes or no. So for me, I feel like you may have to do a little bit more research, like do your homework and look into it. Check job boards. That's another one. Check job boards, because sometimes you can find out like what the employees of that company are saying before you make a decision. Islands have hotels too. Yes, I know that, but she had two options. One was on an island, one was not on an island. So that's what I did. Gilligan's Island. So I don't think there's like a definitive yes, do this, and no, don't do that. It's saying no to the hotel right now. It's saying no to the hotel, and for the island, it's not answering. So to me, I feel like you may have to do more, you know, a little bit more investigating in there before you make a choice. So that is my response. You need more information. Yes. All right, Susan. Last call for Susan. All right, I put it there. And that was it. I have now completed all the readings that people asked for. So if there's anybody else that would like me to pull a card for you, let me know. I'm happy to do that. If you don't want tarot, if you want an oracle, I can do that too. Just let me know. Let me know what you want, people. Going to sleep. Okay. Sleep well. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Thanks for coming in, Nela. Have a good night. A fever of 103. Who? Scotty, I didn't know you were sick. Are you sick? Mm-mm-mm. All right. How about, what happened to New York Debs? She left. How about just a single oracle card for me today? Okay, no problem. I will, hold on 1 second. I'm pulling out all of the guidebooks. All right, so obviously, I'm going to tell you what your choices are. I'm going to tell you what your choices are, okay? Ooh, I'm going to pull this out. This is fun. All right. All right. So, option 1, spirit, animal, wisdom. Okay. Option 2, sacred destiny. Option 3, vessel. Option 4, the questions deck. Okay. Option 5, the crossword puzzle. So, you tell me what you want, and we'll take it from there. Option 1, okay. The animal deck. This deck is so beautiful and so sweet. Spirit Animal Wisdom, 50 cards. This deck is by Katie Jane Wright, and it's illustrated by Nikki Strange. And right now, we're going to clear the energy. And we're going to pull a card for Karen. Karen. What does Karen need to know? What would be helpful for Karen to know right now? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Oh, you got a good card. Ladybird, luck. Ladybird, luck. Do you see that? That is so sweet. So this says all of your manifesting positive thoughts and visualizations have been heard. So let's read the guidebook. Ladybird. They call it a ladybird instead of a ladybug. Does anybody know why? The lore? Does anyone know the lore behind that? 52. We got to go to page 52. I think I'm just going to write on these cards because I don't like that the page numbers are so difficult. Okay. This is for you, Karen Suki. Ladybirds symbolize luck. You may have been working on a project or have goals to achieve and generally been manifesting for the future. She comes to show you that all your hard work will come to fruition. More happiness is on the way. The ladybird is also a sign to slow down. Don't rush or try too hard. Stay true to your heart and do everything with honor. If you like to carry crystals around, Karen, it's offering 3 choices, okay? Aventurine, citrine, or jade. Try carrying any combination of those in your pocket for a week or 2 and see if you notice anything. Aventurine, citrine, and jade. Beautiful reading for a beautiful lady. We call them spotted beetles. Spotted beetles? Oh, hey, Amiyah. How are you? It's good to see you. It is good to see you. You have aventurine. Perfect. So just carry it in your pocket for a week and see what happens. All right, so that was for Karen Suki. If anyone else wants one, let me know. Let me know. You're welcome, my dear. You're welcome. How are you doing, Amiyah? Amiyah, you have surgery on Monday. Would you like me to pull a card for you, Amiyah? I'm happy to pull a card for you. Let me know. I will hydrate. Okay. Let's see what is the message. All right, Amiyah, pick a number from 1 to 5. Pick a number from 1 to 5. 3. Beautiful. Okay. You have chosen the Vessel Oracle, which is a very beautiful pink deck. So this message is for Amiyah. Amiyah has surgery coming up. What message can we give to Amiyah? Right here. Oh my God, I love this. Endurance. Endurance. This is a great message. Do you know what endurance means? It means like doing something repeatedly and building up stamina to be able to do it over time. And for me, that makes a lot of sense for you because you have had so many surgeries. And I feel like every time you have a surgery and you recover from that surgery, it makes you just a little bit tougher, a little bit stronger. And you see in this card, right? Let me get it to focus there. But you see how all the hands, to me, those are the hands of spirit. And the hands of spirit are supporting you, supporting your home, supporting the hospital where you will be, having your surgery, supporting the doctors. There's a lot of love there. And a lot of, with the eye here, there's a lot of protection too. So I'm going to read to you from the book, Endurance. Endurance. D-E. Right here. Oh, this is so nice. Look at that. I'm going to show it to you again. It says, you are stronger than you think, and you will keep getting stronger. How perfect is that for you? Beautiful message for beautiful Amiyah. You will keep getting stronger, and you are stronger than you think. Love that message for you, friend. Best wishes to you for quick healing, speedy recovery. Much love. All right, that was for Amiyah. Thanks for letting me read for you. Anyone else that would like a card pulled? That is in the, anyone else in the chat that would like a card pulled? There. Beautiful, beautiful. And that makes sense. I know. Yeah, it does. I like that. You chose perfectly, I think. You chose perfectly. 420. Is that your choice, Scotty? Are you choosing option 4 or option 4 and option 2? 520. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I know, because you've had a lot of surgeries and it's exhausting. Your body needs time to heal and to recover and to, to get stronger. So yeah. Oh, it's 502. 5:02. No, it's 7 here. It's 7:21. So Karen Suki is in a different time zone. Yes, you have been through so much. So much. You are a fighter, young lady. You are a fighter. All right, friends, last call. Last call. If not, I shall bid you adieu. Wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with me on Friday. Oh, I missed you too, Amiyah. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. All right, friends, this has been awesome. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.